I received these as a gift from Okinawa, but they have Korea marked on the back. They appear to be made of brass or copper and are a semi-heavy metal, weighing about 14 ounces. I tried using Google image search, but couldn't find any results. Any idea what it could be? It's an ashtray. The thing on top holds a box of wooden matches. Ashtray made from the discarded brass shell case from artillery shells. Kids often died collecting the spent shells as there might be booby traps or unexploded shells. This item was found 7 feet underground in the basement of a 100-plus-year-old house while plumbers were installing a new pipe to connect to the city's system. It appears to be made of partially glazed clay, though I'm not certain. There are no visible markings on the bottom. The object is 14.5 centimeters, 5.7 inches, tall and 12.5 centimeters, 4.9 inches wide. It was found in Toronto, Canada. Anyone know what this is? It's an antique Chinese soy sauce jug. Archaeologists recovered this Chinese imported soy sauce jug from downtown San Diego. The site housed a working-class population during the late Victorian period, 1880 to 1915. While they worked and lived in traditional American fashion, each immigrant group maintained ties to their own community. The variety of other artifacts found the site give a glimpse into the reality of assimilation for immigrants and ethnic minorities. Chinese immigrants incorporated the traditions of their own culture into their new lives. Brownware jars, such as this soy sauce jug, that were used to import food show that they maintained ties to their homeland. I found an object in the junk drawer of a house I recently moved into. It appears to be a black plastic device resembling a gun. The metal plunger at the rear is spring-loaded. It can be cocked by pulling it back. When the plunger is cocked and the trigger is pulled, the metal cylinder propels forward. Any idea what this is made for? Ear-piercing gun, like they use at stores like Claire's. Horrible things. I highly recommend you don't use it on other body parts. You can shatter your cartilage. I found a metal object with German inscriptions on a track near my location in Portugal. It measures approximately 1 inch in diameter. Anyone know what this is? It's a trolley token that doubles as a tire tread depth gauge. 1.6 millimeters is minimum required tread depth on summer tires, and 4 millimeters is minimum required tread depth on winter tires. The side with GTU is a tire tread depth gauge. GTU stands for Gesellschaft für technische Überwachung, a German technical testing organization. Empfehlung translates to English as recommendation. I found it in my dermatologist's bathroom, alongside what appears to be an ancient Greek vase, a clay owl, also of ancient origin, and a small figure made from the same material as this piece. The object is metallic, appears to be handmade and aged, measuring approximately 30 centimeters in length and is quite heavy. Any ideas what this thing is? It's an Etruscan mirror. The unadorned side would have been highly polished, possibly crafted from bronze. The engraving on the reverse features Apollo, Apollo, Tinia, a beardless representation of Zeus, and terms, Hermes. It likely depicts a scene from the theft of Apollo's cattle, with Zeus appearing to cast his thunderbolt as a symbol of authority. I found it buried in the ground using a metal detector near some train tracks. It is approximately the size of a large hand, yet still quite heavy. I suspect it may be iron, although I am not certain. Any idea what it could be? It's an old stove door. A friend shared with me some images of an unusual staircase protrusion. The house is quite old, over 100 years, and I speculate that this feature may have been designed as a safety measure to cover the area with the highest drop. Or it could have served as a vantage point for the lady of the house to provide daily instructions to the servants or household staff. My friend refers to it as a promontory, which may have also facilitated communication between floors Or it could be an interior widow's walk, known as a widow's overlook when indoors. Currently, there is no light fixture above it, but unsure about the past. Any idea what this is made for? It's called a pulpit, same as you see on boats. It's mainly decorative here, but if that were a mezzanine area, it could be construed as the forecastle deck, so the owner and/or architect may well have been into sailing. I found an unusual capsule on a public beach. It measures approximately 2 inches, is unscrewable, and contains a paper or rubber component within the orange section. What is it used for? LED fishing, luminous night light. Stick float is an essential tool for night fishing. It offers high brightness to effectively attract fish. Additionally, it is lightweight and portable, making it easy to carry. This was found at the Jelgava Air Base, inside a Cold War-era aircraft bunker in Croatia. It consists of fiberglass-like strands arranged in circular sections, separated by cardboard wadding. Each section is about 1.5 centimeters tall and has a similar diameter. Anyone know what this is? During World War II, chaff, also known as window, emerged as a countermeasure against enemy radar. British researchers in 1937, including Gerald Touch, Robert Watson Watt, and R.V. Jones, proposed the idea of using lengths of wire suspended from balloons or parachutes to overwhelm radar systems with false echoes. Subsequently, they considered using pieces of metal foil falling through the air for the same purpose. In early 1942, Joan Curran, a researcher at the Telecommunications Research Establishment, further investigated this concept. She developed a plan to release packets of aluminum strips from aircraft to create a cloud of false echoes, confusing enemy detection systems. One early concept involved using sheets the size of notebook pages, which could also double as propaganda leaflets when printed. However, it was discovered that the most effective version consisted of strips of black paper backed with aluminum foil, packed into bundles weighing 1 pound each. The systems utilized small aluminum strips, or wires, cut to half the wavelength of the target radar, causing them to resonate and re-radiate radar waves. This made it challenging for opposing defenses to differentiate between the aircraft and the chaff echoes. Chaff was also independently developed in the United States by astronomer Fred Whipple and Navy engineer Merwin Bly. Whipple presented the idea to the collaborating Air Force. In the Pacific Theater, Japanese Navy Lieutenant Commander Sudo Hajime invented a Japanese version called Gimenshi, or deceiving paper.